What have we learned so far about communicating and marketing platforms to both customers? Have you learned anything? What should be the principles? You're building your market base, or how do you communicate your platform solution to customers? Are there any suggestions or principles?
Yeah, I hinted at this earlier on. There's two problems. There's getting started, and then there's continuing once you've got started. The first of them is very difficult. The second one is actually not very difficult at all. Once you have a brand, particularly if it's like as we said, an Airbnb brand which operates in markets in different geographies, it will be quite quick to dominate the market. I mean, I'm going to be bold here and say there are no competitors to Airbnb because it's got such attractive scale properties. Now, there are certainly people coming into the Airbnb space. I've actually just done a case on one such company, but it ends up that this company sells on the Airbnb platform. It just offers a more predictable and reliable product. So the platform has become indispensable to someone trying to do a startup in the accommodation space. So, as I said, the big problem is getting started. And I have a colleague, Talis Texera, who did a nice paper in the Harvard Business Review called "Finding the First 1,000 Customers." And it's a good question to pose. How will I get my first 1,000? He analyzed the problem for 3 companies. He did, I believe Airbnb was one of them. And yeah, in each case, he looked at how they decided which side of the platform was going to give them problems, and then how they solved those problems. And the reason I refer to the article is there wasn't a single solution. It was very, market specific. And some of the principles that emerged from that article are things like, find a competitor or somebody who's in the service that you can ride on the coattails of, and then improve the quality of the friction solution that you come up with. So that was pretty much the practice that Airbnb followed. Google search is a platform, of course, in its form, and that platform can be used to create new platforms. You can use Google search to carve out a market for a particular solution that you may have. But you can see my bottom line is become very cautious about this, whether you're an investor or an entrepreneur. Ask yourself, am I really, do I really have something going here? And the fact that it's difficult doesn't mean you don't. It's just they're always difficult to get going, but they're not always going to go. Not everyone takes flight.